Welcome back, I am Captain Xavier, and today I'm going to be installing and reviewing the Retaliator half-dart upgrade internals that I was sent by BangGood, who are awesome people. Check out their website, they have just about everything you could want for Nerf as well. They gave me a whole bunch of stuff to review, and I think this is the last bit that I need to review. So, I'm looking forward to it. We are going to be installing this kit into this Retaliator, and then I will be immediately taking it back out and putting it into my Gear Up Recon as a Retalicon, but that will be a different video. So, to install this kit, it quite wonderfully comes with everything you need, which is currently a mess in this bin because I've already done some of this. But it comes with all the parts you need: O-rings, screws, the risers, the plugs, all the various parts that you will need to do this modification. So, we're going to get to it. First thing, of course, you need to open up your Retaliator, and you're pretty much gonna gut it of just about everything. The parts that we are going to keep are the trigger, the catch, and the plunger tube. They do make, of course, expanded or upgraded plunger tubes, but I did not get that kit. But we are going to take out all of the locks. We are going to take out the jam door because this kit does not use, or the dart tooth. We do not use the dart tooth. We do, of course, still need the magazine release. But we are going to be replacing the entire bolt sled as well as the entire plunger assembly. All of this can go. It can get tossed in the box. Lovely. Now, when you get it, it will not have the O-ring on it. You will need to put that on there. You will also need to assemble the Bolt and Bolt Sled. It just has a rod that gets pounded in here to complete that. And then, depending on whether you are putting on a pump grip kit or not, will determine whether or not you need to install these parts. It does have regular holes so that you can just interface with the original top slide, but since I am planning to put this into a kit that does have the slide, I have already put those in, and they don't come back out. So, be aware of that. So we are going to take the slide off, just so you can see how this gets installed. So we won't need the slide, and they will probably end up as pump grips on something else someday. Alright. The part we are going to install is they came with these little bumpers. And as far as I can tell, they go right there to augment the original bumpers to keep the barrel or the plunger tube from going anywhere. That will keep that where it's supposed to go. Now, the entire barrel assembly has been replaced by this nice tight barrel, which apparently has a section of brass in it, so it's already a sealed breech. Quite lovely. I'm just going to use its original retention screws to hold it back in place. Now, one thing you definitely need to do is they provide you with lubricant, and you are going to want to liberally apply it. Part of the issue I believe that I am currently having, is I was not getting good performance, is it is too cold for this lubricant, and it's actually solidifying. And so in warmer weather, which is when I would actually be using this, it should be a lot smoother. Yeah, I mean, you can feel the drag from the cold lubricant. I may have to deal with that, but for now, this will still allow us to install it. So the plunger goes in the back. They provide you with the plunger, and then the bolt assembly goes into the front and locks into place. And so that then just is drop in. And they explain that you can choose to or not remove this lock, which is part of the whole priming, depriming mechanism. And with the way that this is designed, it's probably, I took it out. It's just 2 screws, take out the bottom, you get a couple of parts. And that then allows you to either double prime or unprime the blaster as you see fit, as well as all the other locks that you have taken out. But they do give you the option of leaving that in if you wanted the locks. You don't have to take the locks out, but it makes it simpler. So, we do still need the catch, of course. And we do still need the trigger. But that is pretty much the only original parts that are going to be left inside. And then you are going to put in your spring. So for reassembly, I recommend putting the shell together with the spring still sticking out the back. Put in a couple of screws to keep the shell from popping open and the internals from wobbling about. And then push the screw in, or the spring in. There we go. There we go. Oh no, my bumper fell out. No, well. Fantastic. Okay, so that is how you install the internals. You would then, of course, put the back cap on, and you'd need some sort of a pump grip for this particular setup with the little knobs sticking out on the side, but that is another video, as I said. Now, one potentially limiting factor about this kit is that it only works with half-dart magazines. The design of the bolt is such that it doesn't slide back far enough because the bolt is longer in order to get that sealed breech. It doesn't go back far enough for you to even be able to chamber a full-size dart. You have to use one of these half mags where the pusher, the follower, is towards the front of the magazine because the bolt sits about right here when it's in the magazine. Now, fortunately, it doesn't matter which one of these you get. As you can see, one of them, the dart lip on the top is considerably longer than the other one. It's the size of a full-sized magazine, but that does not interfere with the bolt. So either of these will work just fine. I do not know if it will work with katana mags. I do not have one, so I cannot tell you. If they are perfectly centered, it might not work. I cannot say for sure. I do plan to get one to find out just so I can let you guys know. But for now, I don't know. If any of you out there know, put it in the comments, and I'm sure about 30 or 40 of you will do so, and it will get tiresome. But I will then at least know. So I really like this kit. I like that it's so easy to put in, that they provide you with everything you need. All of the O-rings, even the lubricant, though, like I said, I think it's suffering from the cold weather. But they give you extra O-rings for the future because your O-rings will wear out with use. And they do provide most of the hardware. Any screws that you need that they don't provide are ones that you would take from the blaster. And they do give you a catch spring. I forgot to mention that. It does come with an upgraded catch spring as well as the main spring. So that is lovely. There are, of course, more parts you can get. You can get a reinforced catch. You can get heavier springs. You can get a replacement plunger tube. There are a lot more you can get, but this was the bare bones to be able to install this particular kit. And I really like it. I very much appreciate them sending it to me. I chose to put it into an actual Retaliator because that is what it is designed for. I do not have, of course, the chrono numbers for you guys because it is, as always, pouring rain here in the Pacific Northwest, and so I cannot get those numbers. But I did test it, and it was getting around 100 when I tested it before. But again, I think that was the result of the lubricant being too cold and actually becoming harder than it should. So I may end up cleaning it out and re-lubricating it, and I will probably try it again. But you're getting at least 100 FPS with half darts, which is actually around where I was hoping to get with this kit, because I want it to be a good war primary, but not so powerful that I wouldn't be willing to shoot small children with it. So 100 or up to 120 I would consider acceptable for general Nerf war usage. If I'm going to be doing something purely NIC, I might run something heavier. But for the wars we have where we've got lots of little kids running around, I'd rather run something a little less powerful. It is still incredibly accurate at, you can easily still hit a 1 foot target at 60, 70 feet. So that is still definitely acceptable as far as performance goes. So I am very pleased with this kit. I thank you again, BangGood, for sending it to me. I am now going to take it out and I'm going to put it into my Gear Up Recon. So stay tuned for that. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, corrections, I could have gotten things wrong, I don't know. Go ahead and put them in the comments section below. And as always, thank you guys for watching.